special performance, we would like to give you a little folktale from Japan called Shiro. Once upon a time, in the land of Japan, there was a great storm that hit the land. And in that storm was a little dog trying to find shelter. The dog was scared and hurt, and he tried relentlessly trying to find a place to stay. However, he found a cottage run by a kind old woman and a kind old man. The old couple let him in. They took care of the dog and dried him and fed him. Once the storm cleared up, they decided to take the dog as their own and named him Shiro. Shiro loved living with the couple. He grew very big, strong, and healthy. One day, when the old man was working out in his field, Shiro began tugging on the old man's trousers, trying to lead him somewhere. Confused, the old man went with him anyway. On top of the mountain, Shiro told him to dig in a specific spot. So, as he was digging and digging, he could hear clinging noises. The old man dusted the dirt away, and out from the ground spurted coins, lots and lots of coins. Out of shock and relief, the old man thanked Shiro, and they both ran down the mountain back to the wife. When they brought the coins back, the couple was very happy for what Shiro has given them and thought it was a sign of thanks for taking care of him. They were very happy. However, across the street, things weren't as happy. There was a greedy old couple who heard about this dog that could find gold, and they wanted it all to themselves. So they devised an evil plan to use Shiro to find the gold. So the old man went over the next day to borrow Shiro for a hunting expedition. The kind old couple didn't bother and let him borrow the dog anyway. As the old man took Shiro up the mountain, he told Shiro to go find gold, but he was very confused and scared and pointed to a random spot. So the old man started to dig in the ground thinking there was gold, but as he was digging, he could hear squishing sounds. And from the ground spurted garbage, lots and lots of garbage. Out of anger, the old man beat Shiro to death. And he buried him on top of the mountain. The next day, the kind old couple went to retrieve their dog Shiro, but the greedy old couple said that your dog died during the hunting expedition. So the old couple, the kind old one, ran up the mountain. They found the grave and they wept and wept for their dead dog. However, their tears turned into a magic tree stump that formed on the grave. The tree stump was strong and big, and they thought it was a sign from Shiro that he was still with them. So the kind old couple cut the tree trunk down to bring it home. When they took the tree trunk home, they decided to make a mortar out of it to make mochi in. As the couple was throwing rice and pounding the rice away to make mochi, they could hear clinging sounds. And from the mortar spewed gold, lots and lots of gold. They thought that this was still Shiro showing a sign of thank you for all they have done. They were very happy. However, across the street, things weren't as happy. The greedy old couple heard about this magic mortar and wanted the mortar all to themselves. So they devised another evil plan to use the mortar. So the greedy old woman went over to their neighbors and asked if they can borrow the mortar. The kind old neighbors were very skeptical, but they let them borrow the mortar anyway. When the greedy old couple started pounding away on the rice, they could hear squishing sounds instead. And from the mortar spewed piles and piles of horrendous smelling trash. Out of anger, the greedy old couple burned the mortar and threw the ashes into a pile outside. The next day, the kind old couple went to retrieve their mortar. And then when they were about to get it, the old couple said, "It broke, so we burned it." The kind old couple ran to the pile of ashes outside, and they wept as their ashes of their dog were lying there. So they gathered the ashes into a basket and tried to bring it home. However, though, the wind blew, and ashes flew everywhere and into a barren tree. But from the barren tree spewed beautiful flowers. The old couple was very shocked by this, and they decided to throw ashes into another barren tree. And from that tree spewed another beautiful flower. Flowers grew everywhere across the land, and they were very happy. They thought that this was a sign of Shiro for showing them thanks for all the things that they have done for him. However, I know, things weren't as great across the street. The greedy old couple heard about these magic ashes, and they said, you know what, we can throw dirt, it will bloom trees. So they threw piles and piles of dirt into trees, but nothing bloomed. They were forever